Universal Broadcasting Network's Hit Afternoon Show, bringing you the latest in music news, artist interviews, and more, with your hosts, Lauren Dair and Sean Lusk. This is The Music Project.
Hello. It's going good, but we do have some sad news.
Yeah. We've been kind of, waiting.
Yeah.
Well, it was really, it was hard because we already had a pre-tape show.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Music Project, by the way.
Oh, hi. My name's Taylor.
I'm
filling in
Lauren.
for Sean right now.
We're referencing Chester Bennington. We talked a little bit about it last week, but the week after he killed himself, we had a pre-tape show, and we had a show that was already airing, and so we actually did not get to come in the studio and talk about our feelings and reactions to this really horrible thing that happened. And I think we just wanted to take the time today to really sit down, think about it, talk, listen to some Linkin Park songs, because they were such an influential band. I don't think a lot of people, I think a lot of people were impacted by them. And I say this because, when Prince died, I personally was like, wow, that's really sad, but I'm not attached to it.
It was kind of like a generation type thing.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like, I understand how important he was, but for me, I don't listen to a lot of Prince. I mean, I know he was a big culture icon, but it didn't impact me like when
with Prince, what impacted me, because I didn't really know too much about him, also you, that was more my parents thing. My parents have all the Prince albums,
right?
But once I saw him play live and do his insane shows, that's when I was like, oh my god, I see what people are talking about,
right?
And now with Chester, he was one of the first this Linkin Park was one of when I started playing drums, was one of the first bands that I started playing to.
Yeah.
And just to see oh my god, I can't believe that happened. It's just it's just mentally I wasn't ready for it. And he lives kind of close to me.
Yeah.
So when I heard it, I was like, no way. And then I saw the helicopter go by his house, and I'm like, oh, it really did happen. And I was at work actually.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was at work. And no, I was leaving right before work, and someone mentioned it, one of my friends, but he's a pretty sarcastic friend. I'm like, all right, sure, that really happened.
Yeah.
So then I get to work, and I'm there a few minutes early, so I Google it. It seems a little too real, you know what I mean? So I type in, and it's sure enough, just death by suicide. Yeah,
and I think that the thing that had so much impact about this is it was one of the first celebrity deaths in a very long time where they straight out said suicide. You know how a lot of times they'll be died of unknown causes,
yeah, it could
looking
be
into it.
Could be a drug overdose or something like that.
Yeah, and they look into it, but it was the first time where someone came out and the first headline said, suicide. And I think that hit a lot of people really hard. Yeah. Because they didn't try to edge around it. They were very upfront with it. We'll play a song and then I'll kind of say my story of how I found out. But yeah, it's the same thing with David Bowie. I love David Bowie, but I did not grow up with David Bowie. You know what I mean? It wasn't
it was in the house. It played in the house.
It was in the house, but it wasn't what I personally was growing up with. It's probably how people felt when Elvis died. Because you're wow, he's so talented, but if you listen to his music at the time while you're growing up, it has so much more meaning. It's
it's a very solid value.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of pissed me off too, when people were oh, I can't believe this died, such a huge influence on me. I'm you don't even go to that. But that's a whole different side that I don't want to go into. I don't want to go into that part of but sorry, my bad. But
no. I mean, you do have a valid point. It's you have all these people who are now he's dead, and their sales go up by 700%, and all these people are now buying Linkin Park music. And I had people who were trashing their new album, saying, "Oh, I don't really like it," and then as soon as he died, they're "Oh, this is the most beautiful album I've ever heard." Yeah. And it's very interesting to see how people react to death, and it's very nobody handles it the same way. No two people handle that the same way. So what we wanted to do today is kind of talk about our experience with Linkin Park, how we found out, how we're dealing with it, and so on and so forth. Play some of our favorite Linkin Park songs, and just kind of go from there. So the first one I'm going to play is just Numb.
Yeah. Oh, classic. Just
because it's classic Linkin Park, and I think that this song is what a lot of people first heard Linkin Park from. They heard this song and they were like, "This is what Linkin Park's all about."
Yeah. Actually, this is one of the first ones I remember playing, like as a. I don't know. It was on the radio when I was trying to hand drum everything. Like, you know, like, pretend, like, you know when you're on the radio and like you just like hand drum it all out. When I was like before I even got a drum set, like this is like one of the songs I remember.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and take a listen to Numb by Linkin Park.
Lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me. Put under the pressure of walking in your shoes. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. Can't you see that you're smothering me? Holding too tightly, afraid to lose control. 'Cause everything that you thought I would be has fallen apart right in front of you. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. Caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. And every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. And I know I may end up failing too, but I know you were just like me, with someone disappointed in you. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Tired of being what you want me to be. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Tired of being what you want me to be. It starts with
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time I tried so hard
and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even
design this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I dreamed I was missing. You were so scared, but no one would listen, 'cause no one else cared. After my dreaming, I woke with this fear. What am I leaving when I'm done here? So if you're asking me, I want you to know, when my time comes, forget the one that I
So the reason I played that last song, we played 3 songs. We played Numb, In the End, and Leave Out All the Rest. Mm-hmm. The reason I played Leave Out All the Rest was because that song was in the Twilight soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is the one thing that I will always say. People might tease me about it, but I love the music from the Twilight movies. Because it actually comes from substantial artists.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's Muse, there's Paramore, there's Linkin Park, there's...
Oh, yeah, Twilight did have all those.
Yeah. I mean,
the
last movie is kind of when they shifted more into, like, Bruno Mars or whatever. Mm-hmm. They had a lot of indie artists. Bombay Bicycle Club, Black Rebel Club, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. So there's like 2 motorcycle clubs.
That's when motorcycle clubs were a cool band.
Bicycle clubs and motorcycle clubs. They had, some really cool music on there. And so that song was part of it. And so it just kind of pushes the fact that they had such a cultural influence. And my whole story with Linkin Park is very interesting. And it caused for a very crazy 48 hours. But basically, I grew up listening to Linkin Park, and I clearly remember sitting in the car with my friends when I was 10 years old and rapping In the End with them. We can't rap, we're little white girls, but we thought we could, and we would rap this song, and it was great. And then I, a few months ago, ended up entering this contest that was sponsored by Linkin Park. And I won the contest. I won the monthly contest, and then went into the drawing for the big grand prize, which included going into the studio with them. I ended up winning that contest, which was really cool. And they announced it on Wednesday. A full 24 hours later is when the news broke that he had committed suicide. Mm-hmm. And so it was this very weird time of whoa, this is the best day of my life. Super excited. Everything's going great. Watching my social media numbers go up, whatever, and then going to the absolute bottom. People were reaching out to me. They thought I knew him personally. They were asking some very serious, in-depth questions that I was not comfortable with. There was a lot going on, and I kind of had to handle the backlash of that. Not the backlash, but
yeah, the aftermath.
The aftermath, and how do you comfort all these people that you don't know, and kind of being forced into the spot in a very sudden way. And the first couple days were really hard. I was not handling it very well. And then I did. I just kind of got through it, and I'm still working through it and talking to people and kind of working our way through it. But it was such a sudden thing that nobody saw coming. Mm-hmm. However, people did see it coming because he's had a substance problem for a very long time.
Yeah, and he's been pretty open about
he was, and he was a great ambassador for it.
Yes.
And that's kind of what their music was all about. And so, yeah, it's very interesting to see how these people kind of come and go. So I want to play a couple of songs off their new album that they released this year. Came out a couple months ago, called One More Light. It was at the time #1.
Yes.
At on the charts. They had just gotten off a European tour. They were supposed to be leaving for a U.S. tour this week. So they had a lot of things that were going on for them centered around this album. And I feel like a lot of the songs off this album kind of reflect what he may or may not have been going through. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to play some songs from that, and then we'll come back and we'll chat a little bit more. But the first song I'm going to be playing is the single that came off, which is Heavy featuring Kiara. And yeah. Here we go with that. After this ad.
After that, not that.
After the ad. Sorry.
One time the ad has to pop up right now.
I know. At least it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because he's pretty stellar. All right, here you go.
Oh, is that a full ad? No skips?
It was a full ad.
Ugh.
I don't like my mind right now. Stacking up problems that are so unnecessary. Wish that I could slow things down. I wanna let go, but there's comfort in the panic. And I drive myself crazy, thinking everything's about me. Yeah, I drive myself crazy, 'cause I can't escape the gravity. I'm holding on. Why is everything so heavy? Holding on to so much more than I can carry. I keep dragging let go, I'd be set free. Holding on.
Why is everything so heavy? You say that I'm paranoid, but I'm pretty sure the world is out to get me. It's not like I made the choice to let my mind stay so fucking messy. I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same. I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same. I'm holding on. Why is everything so heavy? Holding on. Just so much more than I can carry. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'd be set free. Holding on. Why is everything so heavy?
I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same.
I know I'm not the center of the universe, but you keep spinning around me just the same.
And I drive myself crazy, thinking everything's about me. Holding on. Why is everything so heavy? Holding on. So much more than I can carry. I keep dragging around what's bringing me down. If I just let go, I'd be set free. Holding on.
Why is everything so heavy?
Why is everything so heavy? Why is everything so heavy?
Track loaded up for you. The next one that I'm going to play is talking that was, I guess, debuted the morning on Thursday before the announcement of Chester's passing came through. So this is Talking to Myself off the new album.
Tell me what I've gotta do. There's no getting through to you. The lights are on, but nobody's home. You say I can't understand, but you're not giving me a chance. When you leave me, where do you go? All the walls that you keep building, all this time that I spent chasing, all the ways that I keep losing you. And the truth is, you turn into someone else. You keep running like the sky is falling. I can whisper, I can yell, but I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know. I'm just talking to myself. Ooh, talking to myself. Ooh, talking to myself. Ooh, but I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know. I'm just talking to myself. I admit I made mistakes, but yours might cost you everything. Can't you hear me calling you home? All the walls that you keep building, all this time that I spend chasing, all the ways that I keep losing you. And the truth is, you turn into someone else. You keep running like the sky is falling. I can whisper, I can yell, but I know, yeah, I know, yeah, I know. I'm just talking to myself. should have stayed were the signs I ignored. Can I help you not to hurt anymore? We saw brilliance when the world was asleep. There are things that we can have but can't keep. If they say, who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers, flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, or quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. The reminders pull the floor from your feet. In the kitchen, one more chair than you need. Oh, and you're angry, and you should be. It's not fair. Just 'cause you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. If they say, who cares if one more light goes out in the sky of a million stars? It flickers, flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, or quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do. Goes out in the sky of a million stars. It flickers, flickers. Who cares when someone's time runs out? If a moment is all we are, or quicker, quicker. Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do.
And there you have it.
Wow, don't turn my fader up.
Your fader is up.
It is? Oh, it is.
Your fader is up.
Might be.
Yippee. Welcome back to the Music Project. We were talking about Chester Bennington, listening to a bunch of Linkin Park music, songs that we like.
Yes.
Songs we don't like? No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. No, I mean, and then like I always forget, like when you start looking through an artist that's passed, you start to remember all the songs that like you love, like because like especially with Linkin Park, you're like, okay, like I always hear In the End on the radio, and I always hear Shadow of the Day or whatever, and then you're like, oh, there's Numb, and there's One Step Closer, and then there's this one, and there's
what always happens with me is like I go in there and like I was like just I just want to go back and look at some of the songs, like listen to some of the songs again, and like all these old memories that were tied along with the songs that I like, it's like a smell that you remember, like,
yes,
and you're like, oh my god, this brings back everything.
Yeah, and you have like that, or like I have a playlist called Nostalgia, and it's basically it's literally songs from like my childhood, or like I have like close connections with certain people, and when I hear them, I'm like, oh, I'm back to 7th grade, sitting in the car with my best friend, and we're doing whatever. I could totally see that.
That's like all of Blink-182 for me.
Do you have a particular Blink-182 song?
I have a whole album. Every song has something different.
Yeah. What album?
All
or is it like your own like compilation?
It's
album?
an own compilation.
Oh.
Like they all have like individual meanings. Like oh my god, like I did like there's like one song I did like oh this. Like, oh, I definitely did that.
Things you can't say on air.
Yeah, things. Oh God, no. God, no. I was underage too.
Don't out yourself.
Oh no, I probably have already.
Yep.
It's enough information right now.
Just a little bit. Well, we just wanted to do this today. It kind of felt like it needed to be done. So yes, we're gonna play a few more Linkin Park songs, and then we're going to be done. I'm Lauren Dair.
My name is Taylor Reyes.
And thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to play a few more songs, and we will see you guys next week.
Thank you.
So the first one that we're going to do is Shadow of the Day.
Close both locks below the window. I close both blinds and turn away. Sometimes solutions aren't so simple. Sometimes goodbye's the only way. Oh, and the sun will set for you. The sun will set for you. And the shadow of the day will embrace the world in gray. And the sun will set for you. In cards and flowers on your window, your friends all plead for you to stay. Sometimes beginnings aren't so simple. Sometimes goodbye's the only way. Oh, and the sun will set for you. it before. All these words, they make no sense. I find bliss in ignorance. Less I hear, the less you say. You'll find that out anyway. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to break, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I find the answers aren't so clear. Wish I could find a way to disappear. All these thoughts, they make no sense. I found bliss in ignorance. Nothing seems to go away. Over and over again. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to break, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to break, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to break, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to break, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break.
In the future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.